Welcome to 102.7 Chop FM. It is Wednesday night. We are Nerds of the North. I am DJ Bodobo.
I am DJ Padawan.
Off the top of the show there, we had a few songs there. Peter Hollins and Alex G with the Disney Classics medley. Secondly, there was Lindsay Sterling and Crystallize. I'm DJ Bodobo, as I said, and I will be bringing you some video game news here. First off, no major game releases due to the massive influx of news coming from Gamescom. I don't know, but as I mentioned last week, Diablo 3 Ultimate Edition is coming out August 19th.
Yes.
That's on Xbox One and the PS4. A lot of people looking forward to that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's the only major release that I jotted down. There's a couple other smaller games. Take a look on IGN if you really want to take a look, see what's going on behind the scenes in game releases. A lot of games come up and you don't really notice them. You kind of gotta go searching. One of the main stories here that I'm sure you noticed right away, DJ Padawan, Rune Master is coming to PS4.
Interesting.
Yes, this is a game being developed by Paradox Interactive, the game that's mostly responsible for the Magicka series and just RPGs, all RPGs.
Okay.
They are doing because the Rune Master title is technically the Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, that's totally different.
I was going to say, Rune Master has nothing to do with D&D.
Sorry, totally different title. What was the, what's it called again? Not Rune Master. I can't think of the name. I think I might have wrote down the wrong thing there. Anyways, I'm going to skip over that one.
Error.
Yeah, error, cannot compute. Metal Gear Solid 5, this is some big news here. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, and Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes will be coming to PC via Steam. This is I don't know, it's kind of inevitable, I guess, eventually for these kind of games to come out on PC, but yeah, there's no release dates yet, but all they said was Ground Zeroes will be released first, followed by The Phantom Pain. More news about the World of Warcraft expansion coming out. The date and cinematic trailer are due to be released tomorrow. There's a small Blizzard release party event going on. So hopefully we'll get some news out of that. I don't know if you caught the article saying how WoW's in trouble and all that stuff. Just how...
It's the same stuff for the past
few
years. They're going down.
I know. It's slowly downhill for the World of Warcraft. I don't know. It's still one of those games that I kind of want to go back to every now and then, but it's not. It doesn't hold me for.
I would have, except for the fact that they got rid of the micromanaging of the hunter, which was my favorite class to play.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me that you don't have to micromanage your munition and the food for your pet.
One thing I did notice, I believe this is a rumor. I don't think this is confirmed yet until tomorrow. There's leaked images of the new troll model, apparently. My character happens to be a troll hunter, and I
was Blood Elf.
Yeah, see, I don't know, trolls aren't really the greatest looking character of them all. Really, they're probably the worst.
Really.
they're probably the worst. Even the orc is a little, I don't know, just they have brute strength, but the troll's just skinny and lanky and has long pointy ears. But anyways, I don't know. They released a picture of apparently what is the new troll in the World of Warcraft. It looks very similar to me.
Okay. Similar to you? They scanned you and put you in the game?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I'm in the game. No, it looks very similar to what it already was, but apparently it's new. You may remember a few weeks ago I mentioned Pharrell Williams is doing the soundtrack for NBA 2K15.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
He has released his set list of 27 songs, featuring the likes of Lorde, Lauryn Hill, Public Enemy, Busta Rhymes, and many more. IGN has compiled all the list of songs and put them on Spotify. If you want to preview the soundtrack before the game comes out, you can do so there. A new expansion for Company of Heroes 2, sorry, COH, if you will. This one's called Ardeni Assault.
Okay.
This is going to be a standalone single-player expansion. Earlier in the year, they released the standalone multiplayer expansion, which was just all multiplayer maps and craziness. This one, standalone single-player, features 18 new missions, as well as new officers and companies. This is due out on November 18th on PC. No price announced as of yet. EA was a busy company at Gamescom. Today, actually, yeah, I think it was today was their conference thingamajigger. EA they released a whole bunch of trailers and small previews for all their upcoming games. FIFA 15, NHL 15 both got new trailers, as well as they announced the demo for NHL 15 will be released on August 26th. Sorry. So NHL 15, August 26th, download the demo. That'll be out on 360 and Xbox One, as well as PS3 and PS4. EA also released a short trailer for Dragon Age Inquisition, as well as a small preview for Sims 4 and Battlefield Hardline. They announced our Sims. There's a Sims Create a Sims demo that you can download on Origin. I've seen this came out. It's the same as any other. It's the same thing that Saints Row does nowadays. They release just a program where you can create your character before the game is released.
All right.
Nothing too special, really.
No, not really.
You probably get some bonus in-game items maybe when the final game's released. Other than that, probably not too much. Battlefield Hardline, they announced 2 new multiplayer game modes, Hotwire and Rescue. And I believe there's short gameplay or trailers along with these as well. Anyway, I don't know. Battlefield's looking to be a pretty good game. I believe they did preview a little bit of the campaign as well, the single player campaign.
Okay.
Yeah, just tons and tons of trailers. Mostly comes. This is one of the mid-year pit stops between E3 when everything is announced and Christmas when everything is released. Gamescom, it's just all trailers, maybe a little bit of beta news here and there.
Yeah.
Ubisoft, a game that I got to play the beta in, The Crew. They have announced that it is coming out for the 360 on November 11th.
Okay.
That is the same as the Xbox One and the PS4. I guess before it wasn't really clear if The Crew was going to be making an appearance on the old generation, I guess. But yeah, Ubisoft has confirmed it. As well as they did mention that there's going to be a console beta on the PS4 and the Xbox One sometime in late September, and we won't hear anything about that until closer to that date. I find it weird how they spread out the PC beta and the console beta so much, but I don't know. I could see them doing another round of PC beta.
Entirely possible, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of unfortunate though, because I deleted it off my hard drive. It was too big of a file. Also, for you Minecraft fans, I know there's a lot of you out there. If you own a PS4 or an Xbox One, you can now check out some Minecraft gameplay on the Xbox One or the PS4. I'm sure a lot of you are interested to see it, because it probably just looks the same as it did on every other console.
It's Minecraft.
Yeah, I know. That's.
It's digital Lego.
I thought I'd mention it just because it's. I don't know why it was even. I don't know. It's like, ooh, go check out the gameplay for a game that's looked the same on every console. Titanfall has announced, or the developer for Titanfall has announced the upcoming third and final confirmed DLC for the game. It's called IMC Rising. It'll feature 3 new maps, and it'll be coming out later in the fall. That's for Xbox One, PC, that's for the Xbox One and the PC first, and then the 360 will follow not too long after that.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I was forgetting something there. And then the last thing here, I have good news for you on Unreal Tournament fans. Unreal Tournament 2014 Alpha, Extreme Alpha version can be downloaded right now. This was first teased in May. This is a game being developed by Epic Games and the community of Unreal Tournament. Obviously, the people that can code. So yeah, like this, I don't know. This is gonna be one of those. This is good. I don't know. It's a game-changing kind of thing when the community and a company come together and help create like a popular franchise, like help restore it or like whatever. Like I don't know. I find that pretty cool how that's happened. The way it's working, I guess they have forums and stuff like that. People can submit patches for the game, and Epic will either approve them or deny them, and maybe give you helps and tips, maybe to like fix it so they can approve it or such and such. I don't know. I think that's really awesome. See a big name company doing something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it for all I can think of.
Well, there's a couple of things that I saw that caught my interest out of Gamescom. DayZ coming to the PlayStation 4.
Okay, yeah. We all knew that like
it's bound to happen. A game that's been that successful on PC is going to make the console jump.
Yeah. I'm worried though. Like if that studio, I know that studio's hired a lot of people since it's big popularity boost. They made a lot of money. They hopefully do not burn through that and go bankrupt like some other game companies out there. But if they have the skill and the capability to bring a game like this to PC, more power to them.
Mm-hmm. Also, the news behind the next Tomb Raider game. Yes. Not the top-down twin-stick shooter.
Okay.
But the actual new Tomb Raider game. How Microsoft managed to get exclusivity.
Yeah, well, didn't they do that originally? The first Tomb Raider game... No. The first Tomb Raider game to come out after the 360 was released. I believe, like, the first Tomb Raider game to come out for the 360, I believe, was exclusive for at least a while.
Okay, but it's this new one, the one that Crystal Dynamics put out, that made so much... And it looks like it comes down to the fact of Microsoft going, we need someone to compete with Uncharted, so we need exclusivity on this.
Yeah.
And if you look online anywhere for information on this, the games community is in a huge uproar over this. Like, there are numerous rant videos all over YouTube of this exclusivity.
A lot of people that I know that play the Tomb Raider games play it on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Like, it's a PlayStation... Like, it's...
PlayStation and PC users are freaking out right now.
Yeah. That's strange.
So, that's unfortunate, but, hopefully it is only an exclusivity window.
Yeah. I would hope so.
And there's no details that have been released yet.
It always is nowadays. You can never say exclusive.
Yeah, it's supposed to be still up in the air, but I'm hoping it's just a window.
Yeah.
Because I have the definitive edition on my PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
And I really do enjoy it. I don't want to buy an Xbox One. I don't.
Oh, on another note, happy birthday to my little brother. He will be purchasing his Xbox One very soon.
Oh, lovely.
2 Xbox Ones in one household. That's,
your internet is going to be in such sad affairs.
Yes, I know.
Okay, that's it for your entertainment news, or your video game news?
Indeed it is.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break here on 102.7 Chop FM, so we're going to give you some music we like to call a section of our nostalgic break. And today there's a simple theme, and the theme is Disney.
Disney.
It's all Disney this week on our nostalgic break, so sit back, relax. Here's a quick little musical break from us from Nerds of the North. This is The Colors of the Wind. Alright, and welcome back to 102.7 Shop FM. We are the Nerds of the North. That was our nostalgic break. To start you off there, we had The Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas. Following that, Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid. And finishing off, that was I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan. They are easily the best songs off their respective movies.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would say so for sure.
Yes.
Color of the Wind has been in my head for the past 2 months now.
You're never going to get
in and out.
Make a Man Out of You out of your head.
Yeah, I know. That one's another one that I've been kind of avoiding listening to.
That's an earworm that can compete with Let It Go.
Yeah, when it first came out, when Mulan first came out, that was a big earworm for me when I was a kid.
And it's great because the song is played over a training montage.
Yeah.
And montages are usually the best part of the film.
Yep.
Okay, well, it's over to DJ Padawan here, and it's time for some entertainment news for you this week. And to start you off, well, it just happens to seem that there's so many remakes out there now. They're never going to end. I have to learn to adapt to them. But right now we have actor Tom Hiddleston is being looked at for the lead role in a Ben-Hur remake. Ben-Hur was a hugely successful film from 1959, starring Charlton Heston as the lead character. And it's a story about a nobleman who survived years in slavery only to escape or be freed, and then turns to hunt down his best friend who betrayed him into slavery in the first place. This film is really known for a massive chariot race. Yeah. That was, you think about it back then, there was no CGI. That chariot race was done. And that's insane. Just when you see the scope, when you see that scene in the film, that is an insane scene. But yeah, as you know, they're looking at Tom Hiddleston to play that role for Ben-Hur, and I think he can do it. The film's going to lose all the remembrance of it because that film only looked as good as it did and worked as good as it did because you had to do it with practical effects. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to hold up being redone. I really don't. We'll have to wait and see. Simon Pegg has spoken out about Roberto Orci being the director for Star Trek 3, and he likes it. Orci, it seems, was actually part of the team since Star Trek 1. And that's the 2009 Star Trek people. Yep. He's been working on all the other ones, so it makes sense for him to be in there for the third part. And according to Simon Pegg, he's the one who's the most Trekkie out of everyone there.
Simon Pegg, what kind of hints me at this, when you watch them on Top Gear, when Simon Pegg and, I can't remember the other British actor's name that comes on. Okay. They're both on Top Gear in like an old episode. Yes. And, they just come off as being nerds. I don't know, just extremely nerdy and I don't know,
it's Roberto Orci knows more Trek than Simon Pegg. Yeah. So he's hardcore into the Trek, knows the storylines and everything.
Yeah. So I don't know, man.
I've got hopes. I've got hopes that this is going to work out right.
Yeah. If he approves, then
it should be interesting. Yeah. It should be really, really interesting. Of course, there's that new Johnny Depp movie coming out, Mordecai. Yes. Which is, I believe he's a Russian spy. It's some type of spy game where he has to get by on his wit and charm. Okay. In order to get a painting that has a code hidden in the painting, that code is the lock number to a vault of Nazi gold.
That's totally a Johnny Depp role right there. You need somebody with wit and character.
Someone with charm and wit, and those are the only weapons we're giving you. Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp. And so that looks like it's going to be an interesting film. They have released trailers for it.
That definitely sounds interesting. I'm going to have to check that one out. I love Johnny Depp, man.
Yes, Johnny Depp's a pretty good one. I've seen a lot of previews for The Maze Runner. Okay. Aside from the only thing I know about it is that it's a young adult novel.
Yeah, I've heard the name. I haven't.
The film kind of looks interesting.
Okay.
It almost looks Hunger Games in style, but not exactly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of confusing to me. It might be worth a view.
Okay.
Depends on, what sentimentality you're going to be in for watching this. Now, the big news. The movie that everybody thought was going to suck incredibly came out this past weekend. Yeah, I am talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, by the way.
Even the people that I have talked to after I've seen this, online and in person kind of thing, like I mentioned that I went and seen it, they're like, they just expect, that it was bad.
They expect the worst, yeah.
They expect that it's bad, and they're like, oh, how was it? Or they're like, they just expect you to say something bad about it or whatever. And then even when I said it was expectedly good, somebody just misread what I said as it was bad or something. And I was like, no, that's not what I said.
It was unexpectedly good. I wasn't thinking it to be as good as it was.
Yeah.
Now, I couldn't hold off. I had plans to go and see it Friday night.
Yeah.
And I could not hold off. I made it until about 8 o'clock Thursday night, and then hopped on my bike, rode to the next town to catch a 9:30 advanced screening of it. And that was an interesting experience, watching that by myself. There was about maybe 40 other people in the theater. But I had no one sitting near me, no one whispering things back and forth to me, no one laughing at me, not laughing at the scenes with me. I just got to sit down and watch the Turtles.
Yeah.
Now, it's important to me because the very first time I ever went to a movie theater, I saw the 1990s Ninja Turtles film. So, while there was a lot of stuff there that I did like, there was a lot of stuff there that I just didn't, and it pulled me out of the experience of the film.
Yeah.
But I left, and on the ride home, I'm like, yeah, I will go and see this again.
Because I know you were in a pretty good mood after seeing it for the first time. Do you think you gained anything? Did you get anything that you missed maybe the first time from seeing it again the second time? Did you get anything else maybe that
I got? The reason I got more out of it the second time seeing it is because I think the theater that I watched it at first, the bulb in the projector must have been going out because it was darker than what it was, so I wasn't able to see all the detail that was hidden in the shadows, and I liked it. I liked parts of it where it was hidden.
It's funny because
but the clear scene that I didn't remember, and spoiler alert for you people out there, but this is a mild one. The clear scene that I didn't remember in seeing it in Aurora, but I do remember when I saw it in Newmarket, was when Raphael turns around, flexes his chest, and bullets bounce out of his shell.
Okay, see, I remember...
I didn't notice that the first time, so I was looking at it the second time going, what the...
Okay, alright.
I remember him saying that they were bulletproof, but there's bulletproof, and then there's Jack Black from Gulliver's Travels.
Yeah.
So, come on.
Yeah, the whole Shredder's scene, when you mentioned it, when we talked about it afterwards, I was going to say the same thing. I'm surprised they didn't dim it down to cover more. But maybe it was meant, maybe it's supposed to be. Maybe it's just those theaters are, I don't know what was, the correct setting of brightness, but that's weird. That's strange.
For all the strange comments aside, and, from all the people that I've looked at for it, almost everyone I've looked at has said, yeah, it's a bad movie. But what did you expect? No Turtles movie has ever been an A-grade film. Yeah. It's a bad movie, but we still enjoyed it.
I don't know, man. Compared, you couldn't...
Everyone is saying the one same thing, and this is the easiest and stupidest comparison for this film, is that it's better than Turtles 3. Well, an empty glass of water is better than Turtles 3.
Yeah.
So that's really no comparison one way or the other. I did see a video put up from James Rolfe and Mike Matei, the two guys behind Angry Video Game Nerd.
Yep.
And they're huge Ninja Turtles fans. Like, I am jealous of what Mike has in his house because he has all the original Turtles toys. Including the ones that I wanted to get my hands on as a kid, but I never got the chance to.
What do you mean the original ones? Like the plastic,
like the original Mattel line Turtles.
Okay, yeah.
From the cartoon show.
I had
Technodrome, Blimp, Turtle Van, everything. They've got them all. And they were like, yeah, you know what? It did some of the things that they wanted to see.
Yeah.
Some of the things they didn't want to see. But overall, they enjoyed the film. So, but everybody always leaves off with the same thing. Where are you going to go from here? And the director and the producers have already been talking about this. They've already discussed where it would go. What other characters from the universe are we going to bring in? And there's a main character here that everybody's waiting to see. And I'm going to hold off on saying it because I'm not going to spoil it. So if you think he's in the movie, I'm not going to say one way or the other. But they're looking into the possibilities of bringing more characters and more storylines in for the second Turtles film. And if you don't believe that the second Turtles film is going to happen, TMNT, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, was rumored to have a budget of $125 million. Worldwide box office reports for opening weekend put this film at $93.7 million.
Yeah.
They have not only greenlit a sequel, but the sequel will be in theaters June 3rd, 2016.
So you can always tell that it's a good... It's weird being at the Newmarket Theatre. That was the first movie I've had to line up for in an orderly fashion.
Yeah, in an orderly fashion. I don't count the lineup for...
No.
Well, because they didn't bother having you line up in an orderly fashion for an AVX film.
Yeah.
Because everybody's got a reserved seat.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Right?
Yeah. But yeah, that was a good one.
It was interesting. Now, we saw a lot of movies this week.
Yeah.
Well, I saw one more than you. I managed to get out to go and see Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Dragon Ball was...
Yeah, we saw Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods.
Yep.
And the only issue we had was when the data feeds froze twice.
Yeah, I don't know.
The first time it didn't matter too much.
No.
The first time happened during a filler, during the party scene.
Yeah.
Not too bad. The second time it happened in the middle of the battle.
Yeah. It was...
Seriously? I almost got out of my seat and went to yell at the projectionist.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's funny though, because right when it happened the second time, you heard like stuff going on up there. Like somebody was like, uh-oh.
But we had a lot of people apparently went to go and see this movie to the point that on the 12th of August, 350 theaters in the United States got an extra screening.
Yeah. Man, I'm interested to see. I want to see some total numbers.
I want to see some box office numbers for Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods.
I think it would be pretty good.
Hopefully that means we're going to be seeing more anime coming to big screens, because that would be great.
It was funny, I wanted to see what type of people would go to Dragon Ball, and I was pretty correct.
I liked seeing everybody in the theater watching what was showing during the credits and going, oh, I didn't know they made that. And for the credits, they're showing the manga that Dragon Ball originally came from. And half the audience is going, oh, I didn't know that they made a comic book for it. This was like the epic of facepalm that I just walked out of the theater at. Because how can you not know that Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z came from comic books?
There is some there's some...
And not comics, came from manga. I apologize.
Trust me, I was a stubborn Canadian cartoon watcher up until 5 years ago.
Up until I started educating you?
No, before that. I became aware...
You said 5 years, and we've known each other for 4, so you're pretty close on that line there, bud.
I'm rough, maybe 5 or 6.
All right. Another news for upcoming into theaters, and this one's hitting close to home for me, and I don't like it. I cannot get behind this because I'm afraid of what they're going to do. It was announced late last week that Universal Pictures and Imagine Entertainment have purchased the film rights to Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles. included in this purchase is a screenplay by Anne Rice's son, Christopher Rice, for Tale of the Body Thief. I don't mind that. If they want to make Tale of the Body Thief off that screenplay, go right ahead. That sounds great. The last paragraph of the story is what's got me. Universal is looking forward to remaking the Vampire Chronicles. We already have 2 films in the Vampire Chronicles. Now, Queen of the Damned, I will say, is not the best piece that it could have been. It could have been a lot better. It failed because they tried to combine 2 books into one 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen. But they are going to go back, from according to what I've read here, it sounds like their intent is to go back and remake the 1994 fantastic film Interview with the Vampire. So, have you ever seen that one? With Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Antonio Banderas.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Stephen Ray.
I think I've seen that one.
That is a great piece.
I think I've seen that one.
Like, I've seen that film, and I own that film. And in the special features behind that film, you actually have Anne Rice on camera saying she did not want Tom Cruise to play Lestat.
Yeah.
Did not think he could do it. But the director just went, hang on. Let me do some filming for a little bit, and then I'll show you. And she saw what Tom Cruise was able to do. And she just kind of stepped back and went, okay, you've got it. I see it. I see it now. So, that looks really good. Now, I'm not saying that movie got it perfect. That movie got it as close as it could have because Anne Rice actually wrote the screenplay for the film.
Yeah.
So when the author writes the screenplay, you're getting it very, very close. And it wasn't the story where there were issues, it was more how characters looked. Because Armand, in the books, is not Antonio Banderas. It is not this tall, long, black-haired man. In the books, Armand is a ginger, for crying out loud. He's got red hair.
That's odd.
So you're just like, wait, what? What's going on? It looked good. It had fantastic special effects for its time. Was a great showpiece for a lot of the other actors. And the fact, as soon as I saw that Universal picked this up, Universal, the studio that has been remaking the monster movie since the 50s.
Yep.
You don't believe me? Just go and try and find how many versions there are of Frankenstein, the Wolfman, Dracula. 90% of them are Universal Pictures, and then you move over into the Hammer films. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I hope they do it well. Because, the last time a bad movie came out, Anne Rice pulled the rights back.
Yeah.
Because she was not happy with Queen of the Damned. And she pulled the rights. So, I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm extremely nervous. But that's just me. Okay, we're going to move on to what's coming out into theaters this week and what came out into Blu-ray yesterday. And for what came out onto Blu-ray yesterday, I'll bring up my little list here. Quite an interesting number of things came out. And start off with the 1988 version of The Avengers.
Yeah. When I was on Blu-ray.com, I seen that and I was like, wait, what?
This is not Marvel The Avengers. This is BBC The Avengers.
Yeah.
Where Sean Connery controls the weather and holds the entire world hostage. While Ralph Fiennes has to go in and smarm his way through everything.
Oh.
Very, very weird. And then you realize that your guild of evildoers is all sitting around a table wearing teddy bear outfits. Yeah, okay. Bedknobs and Broomsticks have come out onto Blu-ray. It's a classic live-action Disney film.
Yep.
We have Hercules, the special edition. So there you go. You get your animated Hercules back.
I believe there was Tarzan is making an appearance either soon or I can't remember if it's out yet.
We have the Looney Tunes Platinum Edition of the cartoons, the third set of it, which is always great.
I really want to check those out.
Muppets Most Wanted hit Blu-ray yesterday.
Yep.
Along with Rush Hour 2.
Yes.
And I can't help this. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
It's the best, man.
Man, ain't nobody understand the words coming out of your mouth.
It's the best movie.
Tarzan actually came out yesterday.
Okay, yep.
The Unforgiven came out yesterday.
Yep.
And The Toxic Avenger. Wow. You want to see a weird movie?
I can picture you picking that one up. That's going to be one of those like $10 Blu-rays.
Except for the fact that this list has it listed as family, and is it not the Toxic Avenger movie that I'm thinking of?
I'm pretty sure it is because I looked at the. I'm pretty sure I looked at the cover when I was on the website.
It is loose. Okay, so it is not the Lloyd Kaufman Troma version of Toxic Avenger. It is loosely based upon that story. Okay, yeah, because there's no way that the Lloyd Kaufman version gets a family put anywhere near it.
No.
That doesn't happen. And coming out into theaters today, or tomorrow actually, for advanced screenings, because there's really only 2 movies coming out. Everything else is limited release on Friday, so you might see it in theaters nearby, you might not. And here on the show, we like to cover the wide range of releases. We have the new film with... and I'm drawing a blank on his name, and I shouldn't be drawing a blank on his name. Crap. He was the bad guy in Iron Man. What's that actor's name?
Starts with a C, last name?
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges?
No, is it Jeff Bridges?
Who?
Yeah, it is Jeff Bridges.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy who played the bald man. The dude from Big Lebowski.
No, wait.
Yes.
Okay, alright, I guess
not Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle played War Machine.
I know, that's what I was trying to think. I was like,
no.
of War Machine, are you?
Jeff Bridges' new film, The Giver, comes out tomorrow.
He is? Okay.
And while I think that might be the film that I go and see, I know there's a lot of people, including probably 2 out of our 3 bosses, wanting to go and see The Expendables 3.
I actually tried to watch the second one not too long ago.
How?
I don't know.
I don't know if I can sit through that movie.
I didn't sit through it. Like, I tried. I sat through maybe half an hour, maybe, and then kind of walked off.
Well, there you go. Those are your advanced screenings for tomorrow. The Giver and The Expendables 3. You'll know which one you'll be able to find us in, and it probably won't be The Expendables.
Yeah.
Unless someone sends us there on specific reasons to review it. And I don't want to. Well, that's it for us this week. Next week, we'll hopefully have some more news and everything for you. Without it being Gamescom, I'm sure there's going to be a better balance of news that are out there.
Indeed.
And we're going to leave this off. We have a song lined up here for you to finish off with. And this is a song... It's the only one that we have on our set list right now to honor, in our own way, a movie that was done by a fantastic man who is unfortunately no longer with us. So this is our little farewell to Robin Williams here on 102.7 Chop FM with Nerds of the North. Here's the main theme to Hook.